Hi, my name's Steve, and in this video I'm going to talk through quantum manifestation, my process to live a higher timeline, a high frequency, okay? And I was just on actually a Clubhouse call, and one of the things that came up was I was talking about how I've been doing this letting go process for about 10 years, and that what's really interesting is that the people that I've talked to in the last month and done meditations with, the letting go is happening so much quicker now. 20 minutes, where before when I used to work with clients, it might take 60, 90 minutes. So people are opening their hearts in a way that I've never seen before. And that's what I want to talk about in this process, okay? So one of the things that prevents us from manifesting is fear, okay? It's actually probably the biggest obstacle that we all face. And so, when we're dealing with fears in a lower timeline, let's call it the 3 hertz timeline, okay? We're talking about a lower default timeline. It's the timeline that, the next 10 years, they'll be very predictable for you because you're going to be on that 3 hertz timeline, okay? However, you can choose the 5 hertz timeline, which is the quantum manifestation, which I'll talk about, but you can stay on either one. It's your choice. You have free will. Now with the 3 hertz timeline, your default timeline, what happens is that when we're dealing with fears, all kinds of fears, fear of the unknown, of not being enough, of being a success or a failure, these fears, many times, the environment and specifically other people trigger the fear, okay? If you have had any fear in your life and you've had someone trigger it, you know what I'm talking about. It's like they say something and all of a sudden you feel differently. Now, most of the tools out there, and most of the tools, even NLP, which I'm trained in, is to navigate around these fears. It's to, I used to teach, I had a couple clients that were going through navigating fears. It was basically phobias. One woman had a phobia of selling, sat with her for 60 minutes, did some NLP. She no longer had a phobia. But in that case, NLP, reading books, doing trainings, what I find is that you're navigating the existing timeline by navigating the fears. The fear isn't actually gone. It's just you've rewired, reframed it so that you're no longer focusing on it, but it's still in the body and it's still present even though you might be unconscious of it. With 5 hertz or 5D, when you're elevating, what happens is the fear goes away and now your heart opens up at a whole new level. And the reason the heart opens up is because you're no longer afraid, right? It's pretty logical, I think. So anyways, the reason this is important is because when your heart is open at a wider range, that and you're coherent, that magnetic field is measurable 10 feet diameter, right? So it's measurable at a higher level. And because it's measurable at a higher level, it means it's influencing locally and non-locally at a higher level. Not only that, you become more intuitive, become more in touch, you're more connected with your environment, you become more telepathic. All those things are happening to people, individuals around the planet right now because they're living in this 5-dimensional reality, right? The new timeline. Now, like I said at the beginning, you have free choice. You can pick either one. But if you're tired of dealing with these fears and navigating around them because you deal with it and then 10 years later they come back, or you see patterns which are chronic, that means you haven't really dealt with the fear. And the way to deal with the fear is to accept it energetically, not just in your mind to say, oh, okay, I have this fear, I accept it. No, it's energetically, okay? And I'll talk about that more in a minute. Now, the 5D reality, where your heart is completely open and you're on a new timeline because you're at a new frequency, which means you get new opportunities, is what I call the energetic virtual simulation, right? You're basically in this simulation and it's about the game more than it is about your fear because the fear is gone. So it's about the game that you want to play. It's about learning, it's about growing, it's about loving, it's about feeling the world around you, and it's about connecting to a place of knowing. So becoming more intuitive, become more telepathic, you can prophesize things, you kind of just feel like things, and then it happens, okay? In this place, to get to that place, you have to, like I said earlier, you have to energetically accept the fear. Okay, when you energetically accept the fear, it disappears. Think of the fear as like a little baby inside of you, and it's like the baby's crying, the baby's crying. As soon as you acknowledge the baby, energetically you acknowledge this fear, it goes away, the baby stops crying. So it's no longer dissipating energy or leaking energy, so you don't feel tired anymore, you feel alive. Okay, so that's why the big heart here is because your heart is coherent, it's being felt from others, you can feel others, you're connected to the world. Okay, more opportunity as well, right? Because you're more connected. Now, what happens is that when you accept the fear, it dissolves. And then it's no longer part of your energetic virtual hologram. It's just no longer part of your virtual hologram, which is what I call a virtual simulation, this energetic virtual simulation. Your body is energy, right? Like 95%, 6% is energy. The rest is, it's all energy. The rest is matter. And even when you condense the matter and you get down to it, it's all energy. So you're an energetic possibility. If you want to magnify your possibility in this reality, in this current lifetime, then you need to open the heart. And the way you open the heart, it's counterintuitive. You think, well, I just got to gratitude, focus on gratitude, and I got to focus on the things I love and enjoy. It's counterintuitive. Yes, that's part of the process. You want to train yourself to do that. But more importantly, if you want to get to a deep level so you're on this new timeline and you're getting new opportunities and your world completely becomes different, becomes a new reality, right? Where you're not seeing the same things. Maybe you move locations, that sort of thing. The 5D at this new frequency happens when you accept the fear energetically. You've totally accepted it. And you want to think of it as letting go. You're just letting go, but you're allowing the fear to come in. You're paying attention. You're giving it love. You're giving it love. You're giving it love. And then it dissolves. And it's gone. And some people, it's like blows their mind, because if you've had anxiety all your life and then all of a sudden the fear is gone, you're like, you almost don't know what to do with yourself. Remember, you're changing people. You're going from a 3 hertz timeline to a 5 hertz timeline because you're changing so dramatically. It's like you're putting less energy into the anxiety because you don't have it anymore. It's dissolved. The fear is dissolved. It falls away. Okay? And once it's dissolved and gone, there will be, fears, other fears that come up. But this is the magic of it now. All your process is all your job is to manage and dissolve those fears, and to manage those fears, and to continue managing and noticing those fears so they dissolve, and then you're back in the space of this energetic virtual simulation where there's amazing things happen, opportunities come to you. You want to think of it, I was talking to a woman, Christy Whitman, yesterday, and we're talking about Thor's hammer, right? Thor's hammer, he swings it out, it comes back, it's like a boomerang. That's like the law of attraction, right? In this 5D reality. In 3D, you throw stuff out, you're like, I don't think I got anything back, right? But when you're Thor in 5D, it's because there's no longer any resistance in your body, in your auric field, right? Your heart's wide open, and you're just in love, joy, ecstasy. You just feel amazing. You just want to contribute and help others. That's what you want to do when you're in this place. Business ideas come out of it. People start businesses. People get clients from this idea. But only in this space when, again, back to when I said, you energetically accept the fear. Okay? So, I hope you found that useful and helpful. You got any questions about this? Happy to chat with you. If you're interested, I'm started doing this again. I did this years ago. I started last November, and I'm working with just a handful of clients, just slowly kind of doing this, but helping people eliminate these fears, right, permanently. And then giving them the tool to basically say, okay, here's the fear. You've been able to let go of it. I've shown you the process. Now here, take it. Here's the recording. Now you can use this meditation again to keep doing it and managing the fear if it comes up again. If it even does, it'll probably be something new, so that you can get back to feeling like a human being and less in your mind and less in anxiety and less in fear, okay? So if that serves you, there's a link below to my calendar. It's called a clearing session call, or clearing your blocks session. On that call, I find out where your blocks are. So I want to pinpoint where they are. Once I've pinpointed them, I want to see if I can help you release those blocks. And if I can, fantastic. We'll talk about how that works. And there's an investment, but we'll talk about how that works if you want to continue, and we'll go from there. But the call's free just to jump on a call with me. I'm not going to charge you for that. It's just I want to see if something I can help you with. If I can, then great. And if I can't, I'll let you know. Okay. As far as people I've helped, all kinds of people, like literally people who had like a fear of failure, fear of success, low self-esteem, all of a sudden very confident. Divorce, people going through drastic divorce, and then all of a sudden reconciliation. Salespeople getting excellent results. So, I mean, this applies to all areas, but at the end of the day, it's about instead of navigating the fears, like with doing all the tools, all the books, all the trainings are telling you to do, even NLP, like I said, I'm an NLP practitioner. Instead of doing that and following the practitioner and following the tools and the techniques and stuff, it's like, well, instead of navigating it, why don't we completely shift things to the energetic virtual simulation so that you're living from your heart and you're sensing others, you're connecting, you're being more telepathic, more intuitive, you're using your all-knowing to make decisions and really dramatically change your life. So that's what I'm offering. But this is the process to do it. You have to get there, to get to this space where it's about feeling, giving, loving, growing, learning, and really just being fascinated with life, being curious and fascinated with life. If you accept that fear energetically, not just in your mind, like I said, but you accept it energetically, wow. That changes everything. Because now instead of like, if you have a business, for example, instead of you going after clients, I just had this happen today. I had a sales call. I get to the end of the sales call. I'm just like, I don't know what we're going to do. That was it. I just got to the end. I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do. So guys, I got to go. I get an email back. We want to have a follow-up call. Are you available at 3:30? They're coming to me, right? They're chasing me. I don't have to chase them. And that's the boomerang I'm talking about, right? Like that's Thor's hammer. Wouldn't it, be amazing if you were like to be able to throw out your intentions and it just flew right back to you? That can happen for a reality, but you have to accept the fear energetically. You have to practice being grateful, but more importantly, if there's still fear there, in many cases there are, and there's another videos I just released this week that show you that, right? If you take your intention and you try to put it down here below your gut level, in the spine level, and you let go of it, what happens is it pop back up. That's the fear. There's resistance there. That's energetic resistance. You want to eliminate that completely. So instead of navigating it, try to walk around it, not stimulate the fear. Don't talk to certain people because you don't want to be amplifying that fear inside of you or triggering it. You just get rid of it. And guess what happens? The people that used to trigger you, they don't bother you anymore. They're just a person. They're just another human. Okay? Anyways, if you're interested, clearing session, 30 minutes is down below, link to my calendar, and I'd be happy to chat with you and see if I can help you. And like I said, the session is mainly to pinpoint your fear. Is it something, so pinpoint it first. Where is it in the body? What is it preventing you from doing? We'll get pretty usually clear about that. And then number two is, can I help you release it? And if I can, I'll tell you. If I can't, I'll tell you that too. Okay? Awesome. Have an amazing rest of your day. We'll talk to you next time.